What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Chatbox Mistake Transfer Talk. This is the second time recording this because I didn't click record before, but let's do this. All right. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe and like button because it helps the video to get seen by a lot more people. So today, what we are going to be discussing, we're going to be talking about Haidara. We're going to be talking about Martial, Haaland, Dusan Vlahovic, yeah, who's been linked with Arsenal. So we're going to be talking about a few of those players. We'll look into like some of the moves that have already happened in the Premier League as well. And yeah, let's get started. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. All right, Haidara. Now Haidara has been linked with Manchester United. Um, as United badly need a midfielder. Like you've seen the last few games, that game against Aston Villa, 2-0 up, conceded, lost. I mean, not, you almost could have been a lost, but drew 2-2 due to defensive mistakes and also midfield mistakes. The ball was given in the midfield. Fred lost the initial ball, and that led to a goal for Aston Villa. So United badly need a midfielder, not one midfielder. They need two midfielders in that middle of the park because Matic, Fred, McTominay ain't it. Now, Haidar has been linked and he plays for RB Leipzig. He's been linked due to the fact that Ralf Ragnick has connections with RB Leipzig. Ralf Ragnick obviously was the one who managed the players that were bought in and all for RB Leipzig, so he does have connections at the club. So you can see why he's been linked. So now previously, Denis Zakaria was linked with United as well, and it's still kind of linked, but Haidara is like now the new hot topic. Now, are both of these players great in terms of world class quality? No, probably not. Definitely not. Are they better than Matic and McTominay and Fred? Most likely, yes. But can I see United signing someone? Probably not. I don't think so. It seems like they want to wait until Jude Bellingham is available. So looks like in the summer transfer window they're going to go for Jude Bellingham. That is their main target by the looks of it. And it seems like United aren't really going to be bothered trying to sign a midfielder if they can't get their main target by the looks of it. Now, I think that's a mistake because we badly need a midfielder. And at the same time, you don't want to be signing a midfielder who is of the same ability of a Matic, McTominay, or Fred, because then you're basically not upgrading your squad at all. You're just adding more expenses on the wage bill by just bringing in a player of similar ability. So now, Zakaria and Haidara, I think they're better than what we have right now. Are they way better? I'm not really sure. I don't watch the Bundesliga too much to be able to tell as well. I'm just going based off what people have said. They seem like they might be better. Zakaria, I'm not really too convinced about because he's not playing for his current team as well. So like, if he's not playing and we're linked with him, do we really want him? And also, news has come out that United scouts weren't really impressed by Zakaria as well. So that kind of says something because if they go on, they watched him play and they're not really convinced by him, then I think it's better not to get him. Haidara, on the other hand, if Ragnick is kind of like convinced by him and he wants to get him in January, just sign the midfielder because we need a midfielder badly who is better than what we have right now. Because at this point, we might not even make top four if we don't get a midfielder. And I think it will be criminal for United not to make a midfield signing this window. All right, now Anthony Martial. So Aston Villa game, Martial was not in the squad. United named a sub lower, which I think was probably going to be Martial's position. Ralf Ragnick came out and said that he didn't want to be part of the squad. He didn't want to be involved. And then later on, Martial comes out on social media and says, "No, that's a lie. I've never refused to play for Manchester United." Now, someone here is played line. It's probably the player because he wants to protect his image. Because if it looks like you don't want to play for a squad, it looks pretty bad on him in terms of trying to get a move. But I don't know. For me, it's probably a player who's making who's not telling the truth. But it could also be the fact that from his perspective, he's gone. I never refused to play. In terms of he wants to like start and he's never refused a start, but he probably has refused to stay on the bench, which was what Ragnick was probably going to do. He was probably going to put him on the bench and then, if possible, maybe bring him off as a sub. And Martial probably didn't want that. So both of them could be telling the truth in the same way, but at the same time, if man, you're being paid, your wages are being paid by Manchester United. If you're refusing to even be on the bench, you need to be sold. Not even loaned out. He needs to be sold. The problem is, no one right now can afford his wages, right? Um, and like, here's the thing: he's had move approaches from Newcastle. He's had loan move approaches from Newcastle and Spurs, and he's turned them down. I don't know why he's turned them down. Whether it's okay, Newcastle maybe relegation side there right now, probably doesn't want to go and play there. But Spurs, if you turn him down, is it because you're not getting the same wages? Because United have asked for his wages to be fully covered. Spurs could have said, "We're not paying you that much wages. We might be paying you less." And United have probably told him, "We're not going to pay the rest of your wages because it's not us." And United have every right to kind of like ask for all the wages, because if they're not going to get it, they can also just say to the player, "Fine, you are not going anywhere. You're not going to get game time. You can just sit at home and wait." Um, so from United's perspective, they have every right to kind of like ask for all the wages. Um, from his perspective, he either has to take a wage cut and go and get some minutes. It seems like Barcelona, Sevilla, and I think Juventus are linked with him. And I can see the way Barcelona are run right now, I can clearly see like them coming to try and get Martial. So that's a possibility. The question is, will who like I can't see a club willing to pay him the same amount of wages, so he needs to take a pay cut. From a United fans perspective, I think he has to go. Because the you come in and like refusing to play. I mean, you refusing to play for the club. That itself is disrespectful. Like, you shouldn't be saying like you should. A player should never come out and say like that they or not come out, and the player should never refuse to play for the club, because at the end of the day, the club is the one that's paying you the wages. So he needs to get out of here, because right now he's just stinking the players. He's just not doing anything. If he wants to play for the World Cup, he needs to go and get minutes. He can't have it his way. He needs to either take a wage cut and accept it, and go and play somewhere if he wants to get into the France squad and play for the World Cup. Um, I hope he leaves, because I think he needs to leave. I think him and a couple other players. There are so many players that need to leave this club. They're doing nothing. They're just sitting there taking wages. I don't know why. Like, even Jesse Lingard, I think Jesse needs to leave as well, because like, do you want to play for the World Cup? Do you want to play for England in the World Cup, or do you just want to sit and just collect wages? So some of these players need to kind of look at themselves and see what they're going to do. I think he needs to leave. So that's my take on Martial. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Martial, and do you think he needs to leave or not? With regards to Haidara, do you guys think Haidara is a good fit for United? Let me know in the comments. Or is there any other midfielder you think that might fit United in the January transfer window? Not in summer. In summer, maybe we might get talks about Bellingham, but right now, do you know anyone who could fit and fix United's situations and problems in midfield? Also, Paul Pogba, we saw a photo Ronaldo posted. We saw him fit and in training. So, will Pogba be back in time? Will he be back for the Brentford game? Probably a bit too early. Maybe we can see him on the bench. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see from Rangnick's press conference. But yeah, Paul Pogba, I think we badly miss him. Obviously, he looks like he's going to leave at the end of the summer. But it could also be that he's just waiting to see his options. If he doesn't get a move, he'll just sign the contract that United have offered him. So could go both ways, but I think we badly miss him right now, because we don't even have a midfield per se, probably. So he getting him back could be a huge boost for the club. So I hope he comes back soon. All right, let's move on to Haaland. Now, Haaland, BV Dortmund have issued kind of like an ultimatum, in terms of like they've told him, you need to decide what you're going to do, who you're going to move for. I mean, are you going to be a BB player come next season, a Dortmund player come next season, or are you going to leave the club at the end of the season? Because from Dortmund's perspective, they need to kind of like plan to try and get a new striker if he's going to leave. Haaland, on the other hand, has said that right now he's just focused on football. He was injured for some time, so now he's come back and he just wants to focus on his football right now. And then later in the summer, I think he's going to decide where he wants to go. Now, because Dortmund are putting a bit of pressure, he might have started that process of looking for clubs now, but he's most likely definitely going to move in the summer. Right now, the leading candidates are Real Madrid, but we could probably see a few names also getting chucked into there. You could probably see a Bayern Munich, you could see PSG, Real, Manchester United, Manchester City. All of those clubs will just, their names might just get chucked in there, even if they're not interested. So we'll see what happens for Haaland. I definitely think he's leaving at the end of the summer. To where? No idea. Most likely Real Madrid by the looks of it, in terms of who he's been linked to the most. And he might make a really good signing for Real Madrid. But we'll have to be monitor that. That's one thing to monitor during the whole season left. But probably we'll speak about it more during the summer and when there's more things to talk about Haaland and we kind of know where he's going. So that's Haaland right now. Do you think he's going to leave? Where exactly he's going to leave? Let me know in the comments as well. If you're watching still, if you've been watching up to this part, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, guys, because it really helps the channel. Alright, now, Dusan Vlahovic, if I pronounce that correctly. So he's been linked with Arsenal, right? And Arsenal are looking to try and get a striker, and he's been linked with Arsenal. But I saw Fabrizio also mention that, where is it? Let me find it actually, because here we go. The Fiorentina manager had come out and said, at the moment we enjoy Dusan here at Fiorentina. He's with us. I don't know about the future. He scored a great goal today. I see him very motivated. He's relaxed. So that kind of doesn't tell us anything at all, to be honest, whether he's going or he's not going. Can I see Arsenal making that signing in the January transfer window? Probably not, but I think I could see them getting the striker in the summer. Now, Arsenal obviously are playing pretty well. They do need a lot of midfielders at the moment because they're missing quite a few midfielders. And I think they might sign the striker probably in the summer. Arsenal fans, you can let me know in the comments whether you think your club is going to sign this Dusan in the January transfer window or probably in the summer. For me, I think it's probably going to be a summer move and not a January transfer window move. But I mean, stranger things have happened. It could happen. We don't know. But at the moment, they seem to they need midfielders. They've been linked with Arthur from Juventus. So we'll see how that goes. Apart from that, let's go to the moves that happened in the Premier League. Now, Coutinho joined Aston Villa, which was a pretty and made an impact as well in the United game. So pretty good move for Aston Villa. Steven Gerrard managed to convince Coutinho as well. And we kind of spoke about that on the FPL podcast as well. Go check that out. And we'll be doing one this week as well. So we kind of spoke about that. Steven Gerrard managed to convince Coutinho to join. Along with him, Lucas Digne also joined Aston Villa. And it seems like Aston Villa are going to add another player in Robin Olsen from Sheffield United. So the goalkeeper is also going to be looking like he's going to be joining Aston Villa, probably as backup to Martinez. But he also is now looking likely to join Aston Villa. Aston Villa are doing some good business. I think both Coutinho and Lucas Digne do strengthen their squad, make them better. So that's moves that happen there. Meanwhile, Newcastle look like they're linked with everyone trying to sign. They signed Trippier. We spoke about Trippier last transfer talk. They've signed Chris Wood, which is I think a very shrewd move because they basically looked at their main relegation threats, Burnley being one of them, and basically took Burnley's best player away from them. They basically took Burnley's main goal scorer, and they've signed him. I think it's a pretty good move because Callum Wilson isn't always fit always, and also Chris Wood offers something different to what Newcastle currently have. So it's a good signing for Newcastle. Pretty shrewd one. Now, if it pays off, it pays off. Right now, they're not in the best of form, so we'll see. They could potentially. I think they will sign more players. By the looks of it, they're linked with Robin Gosens from Atalanta. Whether they manage to get him or not, I don't know. He's a pretty good player as well. So they're looking to try and replace the entire backline, right? To try and stop conceding goals. So it could happen, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But I expect more signings from Newcastle in this January transfer window. It's currently the 18th. Few more days left in the transfer market. Anything can happen. I think Newcastle are going to get more signings. So let me know, any Newcastle fans who are watching this, what do you guys think so far of your transfer window? And do you think you guys are going to stay up? That's the question. So those are the main transfers that happened. Watford signed who did they sign recently? I saw a post about it. I'm not gonna even try and pronounce his name. Sorry, not Watford. Wolves. Wolves signed um, Portuguese striker Chiquinho on a permanent deal. I'm not even gonna pronounce that name. So let me know, Wolves fans. I haven't really watched anything of him, so I'm not really sure. Let me know what you think about him. And finally, we'll end it with Christensen, who is being linked for a move away. It seems like he's not going to move to any Premier League clubs because he kind of doesn't want to move to any Premier League clubs. He wants to respect Chelsea and not move to any other Premier League club. So that's he's looking like he's moving away. Barcelona and Bayern Munich are the ones who are leading the race right now. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's going to leave? Chelsea fans in the comments, let me know. Do you think Christensen will leave? I mean, you look at Chelsea's backline right now. There are a lot of names that seem to be like linked away. Christensen is one linked away. Thiago Silva signed a new contract, which is good for them. Rudiger, another main player, seems to be linked away. So kind of have to see. They're looking like they're wondering whether he should bring in a new left back as well, because Chilwell is basically out for the season. Alonso isn't really going to cut it. So are they going to buy a new left back? We don't know. We'll see. There have been a few links about that as well. So Chelsea fans, let me know in the comments. What do you think? What's going to happen in the January transfer window? Or do you think you're going to see any moves going out? Lukaku, by the way, we spoke about Lukaku last window. I think he's gone in the summer by the looks of it. I think he will try and make a move. That's like probably one of the biggest flops that happened. Lukaku, I don't think has the... For me, right now, based on looking at it, I don't think he's got what it takes to try and graft and try and work his way back into that Chelsea team. I think he'll try and leave in the summer. And yeah, that's basically it. Anyways, that's the end of the video for today. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments as well. What kind of series do you want me to see? Want to see after the January transfer window is over? I'm trying to bring different types of football content apart from just FPL. So let me know down in the comments about it. I'm trying to get more feedback so I can kind of get a understanding of what else you guys want to see. Thank you all for watching. If you watched up to this point, thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button.